Always follow your heart. Always follow what you like. Even if people say that you can't or it's not good for you, if you like it, just go with it. Work hard for it. And that's one of the things that I do. Like if I like a girl or a city that I want to live in, I just go. I just have that gut feeling.
Yeah.
I always tell people, go with your gut feeling. Go with your gut feeling. Don't think about it so much.
Bienvenida Tijuana, bienvenida mi amor, de noche a la mañana, bienvenida mi amor, bienvenida mamacita, I'm en ruta Babilo, bienvenida a la cena, sopita de camarón, calavera no llora, serenata de amor, calavera no llora, no tiene corazón.
I did it, guys. I survived a Vegas trip without Rosella and did not get arrested or kill any hookers. So it was a good trip. Got back this morning or last night at midnight. I never really know what to call that. The tournament ended in a fiasco, but I mean, we'll talk about that somewhere else, some other time with someone else. But on today's episode, we got to hang out the world famous Louis Fuzzy Araujo and his pad, and my ex-roommate. We were actually supposed to record this last week before I took off for Vegas, but due to some last minute change of plans, I had to take off immediately. So luckily, I got to catch up with him today. He sent me a message saying he was free today before he left to Monterey. And so I went over to his pad before he came back to the States. His flight leaves like at 10 tonight or midnight tonight. And but luckily, I mean, I got to catch up with him before he left because, I mean, he has some great stories. We had to do another quick one, a relatively quick one with like an hour. But we touched on all his football stuff and a little bit about life. I'm going to have to go back and talk to him again when he's out in Monterey. I mean, Pipe go for a little trip. But if you don't know Fuzzy's the man, dude. I mean, just an all-around good guy. Kind of a douchebag. I take that back. Not all-around good guy. JK, I love Fuzzy. And if you don't know Fuzzy, you need to get to know him, dude. He's hilarious. Just all-around fun guy to hang out with, dude. He's legit become one of my closest friends over the past 5-6 years, and it's been a great pleasure and honor getting to know him. And just seeing how really down-to-earth he is. I mean, for as much of a stud he is, I mean, you couldn't, if you didn't see him on the football field, you'd have no clue, dude. Just some normal guy who likes to hang out, smokes a pot. I won't go too long in this intro. I realize that sometimes I drag it on, but you'll hear a lot from him right now. And I decided that the outro is going to be my movie review since I've kind of gone on tangents on that recently. So if you guys want to hear about The Great Showman, then stick around to the end. It's going to be a good one. Wolverine's in it. Zac Efron, just ripped for no reason. Zendaya, I don't know what she is, what she does, but she was my favorite character in that latest Spider-Man movie. So if you want to hear about my take on that, then stick around to the end. And without further ado, here's Luis Fuzzy Araujo.
Araujo Cota.
Here with Fuzzy, he's about to leave to Monterey. We have like an hour to record this because Rosella's got cheer. And he agreed to meet up super last minute. But before we get into anything, I like getting super gay with the people I talk to, dog. So it's like, I feel like everybody has like a weird picture. Everybody has their different image. I don't know, douchebag, stoner, or just I don't know, football player. But like the Fuzzy that I know, like I mean, most people, cause I guess most people think of you just as a good player. I don't know, like I said, pothead, but like you're a freaking like football genius, dude. Like I could tell, like you just to begin with, you just love it. But freaking, your coaching when you showed up or how I met you, like you showed up at Webber said. I don't know how that happened, but my knee hit me up. I think he's like, oh, you got like a nice couple seasons of eligibility. And I was like, yeah, just come through, dude. We're play. I was like, screw it, dude. I show up, and I show up one week, and you're like coaching. And then next week, you freaking suited up throwing. I was like, oh, all right, this happened. I had no clue who you were. I didn't know what was going on. So I was like, oh, whatever, just another player. But then you literally like took over that team. So it's like you're a freaking stud athlete, and I didn't even know you before, but I mean I could just tell all your accomplishments. But just from knowing in a short time, like you're ridiculous. But on top of that, like even above that, like I just thought you were an amazing coach. Like
above all the athleticism, all that, like you coach the defense, coach the offense. I mean, you, like I said, you took over that team. Like you freaking motivated us. I remember one speech. You probably don't remember. You give like a million speeches in your life, Doug. But we went to Mexico City to play sim, and we were in the hotel like the night before the game. You gave a speech that just gave me an erection right away. Like, it just got me hyped, got everybody hyped. But I was like, oh damn, that's the first thing I know. And I feel like a lot of people don't know that about you. They just see this guy.
They don't know that I care that much.
Yeah, they don't know that. You think that
they think I don't care about football as
but
much.
no, you freaking love it, right?
Of course.
Like I see you like coaching the girls. Like there's no reason for you to do that. It's just you just enjoy it.
I just love football.
You enjoy football. You love coaching people, right?
I love coaching people. I've always liked helping people that are making little mistakes. Like I see little mistakes. I don't care if it's little kids, the girls, whatever. If they're just making that mistake, I just get up in there and hey, make it this way. You know, I just don't like seeing those mistakes that we used to make because we didn't have as good as coaches. Also,
yeah.
So that's the reason. That's one of the reasons I like coaching because I like little kids to be as good as we are. You know,
yeah. And that's what freaking gives you like. What makes you that much of a better coach because you lived other experiences. You played at the highest level you could possibly play. I mean, essentially. So it's like you have that to back up. You're not just a random coach who's like, oh, I decided to coach football. You're like a coach who was a player first and then decided to do all that. And the funny thing about you coaching, like Rosella tells me, like, yeah, like, it's weird. Fuzzy could be like a real dick and just like the dirtiest person in the world, but really motivational at the same time. This is your funny style of coaching, motivating people, teaching.
Indeed.
And that's just your thing.
I don't know. I just like getting into people's heads. I guess I'm good at it, getting into people's heads.
Oh God, you're the bitch.
Motivationally, against them, whatever. I just know how to get into people's heads.
I think I learned most of my trash talking abilities from you, and I was like, oh, this is fun. You get me hyped up.
And I learned that all in Monterey. That trash talk. Plus, it's kind of your personality, I guess. It just came with me also.
That's true. Yeah. You just don't give it down.
I don't.
And one last gay thing, dude. When you freaking let me stay here, like that was crazy. Like it's another thing. Like there's no reason for you to do that. You had nothing to gain from that. It was just like, hey, dog, you're going through a tough time. Like, hey, just come through my place.
Well, that's what friends are for, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
I know you do the same thing for me, so I know a lot of people do the same thing for me, so I do that for everybody. So it's just being friends. It's just being friends, you know.
That was huge. Like I said, like there was no reason for you to do that. And I was thinking about everything. I was like, damn, me and Fuzzy experienced a lot of things together. Like especially football, but just like life things. And it's funny because we're always around each other. There's always different things going on, but
yeah, we go back about 6 years now. I mean, 6 years is a lot of time if you see each other every weekend. You know, every weekend is crazy down here with you guys also.
That was a good time. So all right, so that was like the little premise, but let's get into your freaking life, dude. Like you got a life story, but it says it's gonna be short, or we have an hour to see how short that is, but. Dude, where'd you grew up in Chula Vista? You grew up in TJ, or like what's that?
Both places, you know. I mean, my life is as a little kid, elementary school was waking up at 6 a.m. from right here in La Cacho, Tijuana.
The same spot?
Same spot right here. 30 years ago. I mean, 25 years ago. Cross every day, 6:30 in the morning. The border all the way to Chula Vista, Castle Park.
You and your mom would cross?
My brother. At first, it was both my brothers, my sister, my mom, and I. And then it went down to one of my brothers, my sister, and I.
As they were out of school, or what?
Because they were going to college.
Oh, okay.
And then it went down to my sister and I, my mom, and then eventually we just started crossing by ourselves.
So you got
like in middle school.
2 brothers and 1 sister?
2 older brothers and one little sister.
Okay.
And well, yeah, I mean, every day was crossing. And I kind of grew up over there because after school, my mom would get out off work like at 5, so we'd have to wait for a while. We'd either go to basketball practice, baseball practice, football practice, or just play football outside my grandma's house with all my neighbors.
Oh, so you guys are freaking playing sports like forever then? Huh?
Forever, since elementary school. So if football season ended, we went to baseball, and then basketball and YMCA and all the little after-school club football or whatever. And, well, I think I got good right there in Chula Vista, just in the streets with my friends, with my neighbors, because my neighbors were good, man. My neighbors were good. They played also with me at the high school. And,
is that one house right there off Palomar?
Like on First and Palomar.
Yes.
First and Palomar, and right behind the Palomar Apartments. So, and then I joined up Pop Warner right here in Baja Delfines. I think my clearest memory is 1994.
My clearest memory?
That's my clearest memory.
Okay, so you started playing Pop Warner down here.
Pop Warner down here for 1 year, and then I guess it was easier for my parents to just drop me off after school right there in IB.
You played with Chiefs?
So I played with Chiefs most of my life. And then I got a little bit older. I came down to Delfines again, to Baja, because my friends invited me, like, hey, well, we're playing there too. So I'm like, all right. And they were as good now, because back in the day,
trash.
Delfines were horrible. So I think my brother didn't want us to be in a bad team. So that's why we went to IB. Plus, all the coaches from Marion, where he was playing at, were at IB Chiefs. So that's one of the reasons that I got up to IB Chiefs. And thank God, because there were some good players right there.
Yeah. That's what I've heard. That's what I mean, a bunch of my buddies played there.
Yeah.
And how old were you then? Is this like middle school or elementary?
That was elementary.
Okay.
I mean, all through elementary and junior high school was the same thing. Just waking up early, crossing, school, practice, getting home to TJ, just go outside and play football again with my Mexican neighbors.
Where'd you go to elementary and then junior high?
Castle Park.
Oh, Castle Park.
Castle Park Elementary, Castle Park Middle, Castle Park High School. I just left my junior year in high school to Monterey.
How did that happen? All right, so you're playing, you're growing up, you're in high school, you're living a normal life, or I don't know how that progression go. Like
it's one of the things that I don't regret, but it would have been a cool experience to finish my junior season and my senior season here at Castle Park.
Okay.
But I don't know. I was doing not so good in school, and they sent me to that learning center.
Yeah, how was that learning center?
Not cool at all. Not cool at all.
It's like 2 hours a day, like once a week or something stupid.
No, it was every day from 1 to 3.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what it is.
As a grown-up, you would see it much better.
Yeah.
But as a kid in high school, you wanted to be like at the high school with everybody,
You're
you know?
like right there, like
but you were isolated
Yeah.
somehow. So I kind of quit. My homies, I was starting to hang out with people down here in TJ, so like, just come down to high school over here. So that's what I did. I'm like, all right, so forget Castle Park, and I went down to TJ, forget the learning center. I went down to TJ. I was studying a semester here, and then my brother was already in Monterey in college. So he called me up like, hey, well, you're
He
not...
was playing ball or just school?
Oh, he was playing ball. He was playing ball in Tigres already.
Okay.
And he's all like, well, you're not really studying down there. Over here, come over here. We're going to put you in a high school, one of the best high schools in football and stuff, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Damn.
So, yeah, but, I mean, it was basically Chiefs all my life. Like, that's all I remember. Like, school, practice, sleep.
Well, yeah,
that was it. But I mean, it's one of the best lives anybody can have, really.
That's a trip, dog. When people tell me that, like, I was born and raised there, and
you
I was
live
too
close.
lazy. I was too
You
lazy.
live
to go
close
to
by, right there by
school,
Silver
like,
Wing, huh?
Yeah, I was too lazy to go to school. Like, it would take me like 15 minutes. When you live here, like, you literally have to cross. You said 5 in the morning or wake up at 5. It's like a mission, dude.
It was crazy, and we would get there early. It was crazy back in the day before 9/11. We used to cross the border in half an hour.
Damn.
And then after 9/11, that's also one of the reasons I kind of quit high school over there, because
Too much
getting
hassle?
across was just a hassle.
Could you really tell a difference? Like, after?
Heck yeah.
Really?
It was
I don't think I was crossing enough then, so I had no clue.
I don't think so. That was back in 01.
Yeah.
And back in the 90s, like, you used to get across just by saying you're a citizen. Where were you born? Chula Vista. What school do you go to? Castle, blah, blah. And they would let you across. After 9/11 hit, it all got crazy. And the first day after 9/11, we literally did 4 hours to get across.
Damn.
And then that's when my mom said, like, we
gotta
got to move.
figure this out.
We got to move to our grandma's house. So that we kind of did that for a while. We moved to our grandma's house so school would be easier. And eventually, I just got tired of just
Doing all that. Huh?
doing all that, and I just said, forget this, I'm going to TJ. And then thank God my brother called me up, like, come to Monterey. So, and I never waste opportunities like the one that I'm taking right now.
Yeah.
Like, my brother told me, come to Monterey. I'm like, I don't know that city, I'm gonna go down and see what's up.
Yeah.
So that's what I did.
And that's always been your attitude as, forever, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah,
You
just go with it.
Like you said, get out of your comfort zone. You have to.
Just go with it. I don't know.
So you're free. All right, you talk to your buddies. I come out. You're like, yeah, let's do this. You pack up your stuff. And how long between like that conversation until you actually leave?
It was like Christmas. We talked about it in Christmas, and like right about these dates, like the 10th of January of 2004.
You're gone.
I was gone.
That's crazy.
I was gone. Yeah, it was not even a month. Like, cause he told me in like that. They didn't even take me a day to make my
and
decision.
you weren't scared or anything? I'm
Nah.
gonna leave all my friends.
No, TJ is way scarier.
Oh, yeah.
How can you?
You're right.
I mean, I'm all like, I asked my mom, how's Monterey? Well, what's up with that? She's like, oh, no, that's a big city. It's real calm. It's real nice. I'm like, well, I'm getting out of here because Tijuana's crazy, man. Before somebody hates me or something.
Yeah, but people are terrified of TJ. There's like two spectrums, or there's two views I usually see on it. People usually love it or they hate it. As far as TJ goes, they're just terrified, or they freaking like, oh no, it's cool, dude. Freaking Hong Kong, this and
I
that.
love it. A lot of people love it. I mean, I've never heard of a Mexican that doesn't love it.
Yeah.
Mexicans love it because they know what they're getting into already. But some of the Americans that come down here don't know what they're getting into,
You get mixed up in the
and they
wrong
have
stuff.
those bad
Perception
scenes.
Yeah.
No, those bad. That bad luck that it just somebody robbed you
wrong
or something.
experience, yeah.
Somebody just robbed you because you were in a dark alley. I mean, if you go in a dark alley in San Diego, you're also gonna get robbed. That's anywhere in the world. So I mean,
When people come down here, get drunk, and
but it's like any other city. You just gotta know who to be with and where to be with.
yeah, that's true.
I love Tijuana. I mean, that's why I'm down here. I could be anywhere in the world and I'm still in Tijuana.
I do too. I've lived down here. When I stayed with you, was that 3 years ago or something like that? But that's when I first actually lived down here, and then from there I got my own
From
spot.
there, you just got your own
and I was
spot.
like, oh damn, like this is cool. It's different. There's a lot of things
It's
different.
different.
It's so close, but it's different. But you get accustomed to it. It's like,
But
oh,
it's
that's cool.
in a way it's easier. In a way it's easier.
Nah,
it's,
heck
it's
yeah.
You could also see a little bit calmer if you're not in all that
Yeah, and
dark
that,
stuff, you
yeah.
know.
Like Rosella said, I asked her, I freaking had a couple years back, I had to beg her like, oh, let's go to TJ, it's so cheap, this and that, and she was like, nope, never, my life won't do it, it's too scary. But now,
And she's from here.
yeah. But now after being here a couple of years, she's like, oh, I asked her the other day, I was like, you ever want to move back to the States? She's like, nah, man, like I can't see her doing it.
You just gotta not make bad decisions out
Yeah,
there.
dude, you can't put yourself in those situations.
In those risky situations. I mean, don't go out by yourself. Don't go to the ATM at nighttime.
Yeah,
all those
yeah.
kind of little things you gotta know about.
Like we parked right now, and she's like, oh, should I leave myself in here? I was like, I tell everybody like the rules, like anything you don't mind or anything you don't care about getting stolen, then just leave it here. Anything you do care about, then take it with you. Just be safe.
Yeah, just don't leave anything like viewable.
Yeah. Because you're just asking for it. But all right, January 10th, you fly out to Monterey, and you're living with your brother, I'm assuming. Or
Yeah, my brother picked me up at the airport.
okay, so you're saying, and then you started playing ball, and you're doing good, you're killing it, or how'd that go?
Well,
Or not so much.
I got there and I don't know. I didn't know they were gonna be that good. Like
You're like,
I'm
football in
like,
Mexico.
Football in Mexico. I'm like, it's gonna be normal, you know. But all of a sudden, there's good people in high
Yeah.
school, and I was still in high school. So
You're in junior year?
my
Sophomore,
junior year, and I got there the first day. I just first night I slept. Then the next morning I went to the gym where Tigres is at, cause over there at Tigres is like the owner of all the high schools and all the how do you call it? All the career schools, like all the faculties.
Oh, okay.
Because they're like preparatoria número uno de la Autónoma de Nuevo León.
Okay.
It's weird. They don't have names like Francisco y Madero. It's just high school number one of the University of Nuevo León.
Huh.
And that's how it is. I'm like, that's how big the university
That's
is. Because
crazy.
you don't see that down here. Like, you don't see high school one of UABC.
Yeah.
You don't see that. So the plan was to go to preparatoria dos, but this other high school coach kind of stole me. Or he took advantage.
Like he heard you, or your brother told you, or
My brother had already told him about it because he was how you say, like, he took care of all the academics
like for the players.
for the players
Okay,
all the
gotcha.
academics for all the players in Tigres, and that was from high school to college. Because as soon as you're in high school from the university, you're part of Tigres.
You're part of the program, right?
You're part of the program. So I come down here, I meet the head coach of Tigres. He's all like, oh, okay, you're in high school, go to Coach Martin. So I go Coach Martin. He's all like, how old are you? 16, and what do you play? Cornerback. I used to play cornerback and like safety. He's all like, can you run the option? I'm all like,
Sure.
sure. I mean, we played wing T and TJ in San
Yeah.
Diego. I mean, I know how to bail the option and all that. He's all like, all right, get your stuff. I'm like, okay. And so we went to a high school and he signed me up right there.
Damn, like that.
Like that. when another buddy of my brother was gonna take me to his high school because he was a coach of that high school.
Okay.
But
He
he was
just
in the
snagged
gym.
you up.
But he was in the gym. He told me, wait up, I'm gonna hit the gym right quick and then we'll go.
And the homie was like, nope, we're going right now.
And the other coach who was a real good coach actually, he was a real good wide receivers coach. He took me and just signed up, and thank God because we were 2 seasons undefeated champs.
Oh damn.
I got lucky, I guess.
So you play your high school years there, and like you said, do you start off like doing really good, or you just
Nah,
like,
the first
little by
game,
little?
the first game, I think I was nervous. I guess, cause I threw a pick.
Okay, you
I
started
was
off at
playing like quarterback, cause the starting quarterback, the coach told me that he was afraid of starting the game. I'm like, what kind of bullshit is that? He was
So
afraid.
one thing,
Like
I mean, as quarterback-
somebody else has to smoothing out the game, and then he comes in. I'm like, what
How's
kind
that?
of bullshit is that? I'm like, all right, so
whatever, man.
obviously if I start the game, I'm gonna start winning that
Yeah.
shit. So I kind of hand off the ball, good running backs, and threw a pick, and I did a-okay, you know.
Yeah.
And then as a receiver, I did better. When he came in, he threw me the ball. I kind of caught. I dropped one. That's when I was ashamed. I guess I was ashamed. Like, and the coach talked to. We won the game. The coach came to us and like, oh, it's okay. It's your first game in Monterey. Blah blah blah. Because it was 3 new dudes. It was
Oh, okay, okay.
three new guys, and we were like the first guys that they recruited to high schools in Tigres.
Oh, before that it was just all college.
Before it was all just college and not so much. That's like when the recruiting wave started in Tigres.
Oh, really?
2003, 2004.
Okay.
They
Didn't
bought
know that.
They bought some apartments to put people in there and stuff.
Oh, damn.
That's when all that recruiting wave, and right now it's hella crazy.
crazy, yeah.
Hella crazy. They're recruiting even in the United States right now.
That's nuts.
And well, yeah, I mean, eventually I got good the second game, the third game. At the end of the season, I was balling out big time. I mean, everybody was looking at me like, hey, Yayo's little brother is doing real good and stuff. And then after that season, you get selected to Tigres Juvenil.
Okay.
After all the high schools, like you get like a little select.
That's a loss.
It's a little select team to the Tigres Juvenil. And that's where I think I got good. Because my brother says that you just grew up and you got fast. Because, I mean, in my head, I was always better than people. But my speed, I guess, didn't let me till I was 16, 17.
Then you finally
Then
got
I
to your
finally
body.
got started burning everybody. I'm like, whoa, and I've always been smarter. So.
And were you training hard, or was it just like, okay?
No, that was hella crazy. That was crazy, man. That's crazy in
That is
Monterey. That's
like a
crazy
big
how
program.
intense it gets. Cause since I was there for Tigres, they had me there in the morning with Liga Mayor with the big dudes, my brother and stuff. Kind of working out in the gym, but
Yeah.
mostly it was there because I had to get to school somehow, and those were my rides.
Oh, okay.
So from there we went to got breakfast, and then I had to go to practice at the high school at 1 in the afternoon, from 1 to 3, and then I had to go to school from like 4 to 6, and then I had to go to practice from like 8 to 10 with another little club, little Pop
Damn.
Warner club over there, because they have Pop Warner over there. It's big
Oh,
over there.
damn.
So the coach also signed me up right there.
So again, it was just football school.
That was the cool thing about over there. Yeah, you could play in 2 different teams.
That's dope.
Like something here in high school they would never
No,
let
no,
you
no.
do. Like they would never let you play like high school in San Diego, high school in teaching.
Yeah.
The coach would be, you crazy, you know.
Yeah.
Over there you could play and they didn't care about it. Like,
That's crazy.
and the cool thing was that if you would go to practice to one of the practices, it would be okay. You don't have to go to both teams.
Oh, okay.
Because it was kind of the same coaches.
Gotcha.
But since I was so intense, I went to both.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to three out of 4 classes every day. So I would ditch the last one to go to
You go
practice. That was in high school.
And then you go to, all right, you finish high school, you're doing really well, and then you start the college career. Like, how does that? What does that transition look like? Was that tough or?
Yeah, I mean, when I was in high school, I never thought I was gonna play in Tigres Liga Mayor. Like,
Really?
I saw him too good.
Really?
I mean, I saw my brother and all his friends, all my
You're like,
friends.
I'm on
were-
that level.
I'm like, I'm not close to that level. Those fools were good because, I don't know, they were on TV. They were with the Mexican team.
Yeah.
They were everywhere. So I'm like, heck no. But I don't know. I just since I've always thought about speed kills.
Speed kills.
Speed kills, and I just got lucky that I was fast. I was 18 years old when I was going up in my rookie year in college, and I was fast. I was fast from everybody. I was running like 4.6, 4.5.
Damn.
And all the people were like, damn. And the coach told me, like, in preseason, do you still want to keep on playing juvenil, or do you want to keep on playing do you want to go up to the college?
Oh,
And
'cause
since,
you were at the age?
because
or
I was
like
at the
you-
age of
you-
juvenil,
oh,
I
okay,
could still
okay.
play juvenil. I could still play intermedia till like 20 something.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was burning people in Liga Mayor, and some of my friends from Castle Park were already playing at San Diego State and
Okay.
New Mexico
Yeah,
State.
yeah.
Some I'm like, man, I got to play at the best level that I can.
Oh, so you didn't play intermedia? You just went
I
straight-
just from juvenil
straight
we
to the
jumped
grown man.
to
the highest league essentially in Mexico for college ball.
But I just thought I was at the same level, and
There you go.
I just thought we were at a good team. We were a good team, you know. I was 18 years old,
Yeah.
so that's college.
Yeah.
That's college. So I just told the coach, I'm staying right here.
I'm ready, baby.
Yeah, and I didn't play much the first games. I mean, I was kind of a backup receiver. Couple of plays, I was returning a punt or two. And all of a sudden, like halfway the season, the starting quarterback gets hurt.
Okay.
I think he broke his knee or something, ACL, you know, all those stuff.
All that
And the
crap.
backup quarterback had a long ass run. We were playing in Mexico City in Pumas Stadium.
Okay.
He had a long ass run, and he was hella tired because in Mexico City the
Oh, the elevation.
elevation is hard to play with. And he was hella tired.
done.
Hella tired. We didn't have a third quarterback for some reason,
Yeah.
or they didn't even trust the third
Yeah.
quarterback. They didn't trust him because we had him. They didn't
Oh.
trust him. We didn't. But the coaches are like, "Hey, you played quarterback in high school?" I'm like, "Yeah." All right, so we're gonna do
Let's take these handoffs.
a one paint. So it's a quarterback draw.
Okay.
I'm like, quarterback draw? So I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay. And I had number 99 my first year.
That's
I
dope.
had number 99 because number 4 was taken, and it had been a long time since I didn't have number 4.
Yeah.
And the only numbers were left were like 87. I'm like, that's a tight end number.
99.
I'm like, 99, I ain't even going to play. I mean, I wasn't supposed to play. I'll take 99, fuck it. So the
And were you
first...
just working your ass off, like in practices?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the gym was always kind of laziness. I just hit like little bicep and bench.
But on the field, you're freaking.
But on the field,
working
I
your heart
didn't miss much practice. I mean, in my 5 years, I didn't miss not 10 days of practice on the
off.
field.
Dude, that's clutch for people to understand, dude. Freaking the young bloods coming
That's-
up is like.
That was the most fun for me. Practice.
That's what you would say, dude. Like, enjoy this. Like, you gotta enjoy practice. Like, you get to hang out here with your friends.
With your friends,
play
and you
football.
get to make fun of them
Yeah.
and stuff. That's where you get good at. That's where you get good.
Nice. So, all right, number 99. You come in for the quarterback draw.
And I had a long ass run.
And you just
I mean, for me it looked like 100
like
yards,
a million yards. Yeah.
but it was like 20.
I'll take it.
I'll take it, and I scored. I scored.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw the safety. He was huge right at the 1 yard line, but I just dug down and went
Got
in
in
with
there.
him. And they told me that the dean, the school dean, or
Okay, yeah.
that as soon as I came in, he's all like,
What the hell? What are you guys
What are you
doing?"
guys doing with the number 99 quarterback?" And boom, touchdown on the first play, some shit like that. And then from there, it was just
Start
like
giving me more love.
it was just zone read, like read.
Oh, so you just took over at quarterback?
I just kind of took over at quarterback, just zone read, kind of roll out and throw a little out and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Just little basic
basic.
stuff. Mostly it was all run, and me kind of running. I had a couple of good games. No, I had a real good game. I was good when it was raining and muddy,
Ugh.
cause everybody
I
would
hate
slip.
it. Yeah.
Everybody would slip, so I would
It's
just
like,
like
all right.
start running, and nobody would. They would
Later.
just slip off.
Yeah. Damn, sorry. So and that was your first
That
year,
was my
right?
first year. So my second year, I was the starting quarterback. We were battling another fool from Toluca that just came in, but he was a pocket passer. I was like a running quarterback.
Damn. Like, I had no clue that you were playing quarterback. I thought he was like just receiver.
Well,
Or how-
the next year there was no quarterback. Remember, because that second quarterback
Yeah,
was
he
no
got-
good at
yeah,
all,
yeah.
and he got tired. So he wasn't good at all, I guess, or the coaches didn't like him.
So they just let you take over.
So
pretty
they
much.
were giving me the opportunity to take over, yeah. And it was just again zone read, throw a little out, roll out, screens, like basic stuff. Let the other people do the plays, you know.
Yeah. And then how'd you end up at receiver?
Well, my sophomore year, I broke my shoulder like halfway the season.
Oh,
On
really?
it was a little screen, but this one fool from Tijuana actually was covering the running back. So like, oh, can't throw it there. So I took off. I had a good run, man. I had a good run, like a 30-yard run. But when I was coming out, I kind of stiff-armed the cornerback, but I was kind of lazy already 'cause since I was going out. Like, oh, get off me.
Yeah.
And he didn't
get off you?
He didn't get off me. He just took me all the way down with my shoulder all the way up.
Ah.
He got under my shoulder, so it just popped out. And that was like 3 or 4 weeks. I came back like against the rivalry game against Monterrey,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
but I couldn't throw. The coach actually told me, don't throw. I tried to throw it, it hurt. I tried to throw that game and it hurt a lot. But again, it was just zone read. So yeah, that my second season, I kind of spent it right there, broken.
Man, that sucks.
So my third season, new staff. All of a sudden,
Really?
January, like, Coach Mundo gets fired or laid off or whatever.
Yeah.
And new staff. We didn't even know who the coach was going to be for like 2-3 weeks.
Damn.
So I kind of forgot about football.
So you guys were just chilling, like there's
We
nothing
were just
going on?
chilling. We were just coaching. My brother and I, some other homies were just coaching. And then all of a sudden on the newspaper, it comes out like, pues el doctor Pedro Morales is the new head coach. I'm like, who's that? I didn't know. And my brother and everybody said, the doctor. I'm like, what doctor?
What doctor?
The doctor. The one that took care of us at the games and stuff. I'm like, doc? Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, all right.
All right.
I didn't know about him.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know about him. So I'm like, whatever, you know. I'm just down to play football. And he actually called me up like a week later, I guess. He's like, hey, Flaco, are you going to come to practice? I'm like, yes, sir. I'll be there tomorrow. So I just got back to practice. And he knew about my
Your shoulder.
my shoulder because he's the one that took care of me after
Okay.
after that injury. So he's all like, "You're gonna play receiver. I'm gonna put a little." He invented a kind of belt
Really?
because it started popping out that preseason. Like in the gym, it popped out once. Then
Oh, no way.
Then I was playing like little fights with a little homie, and it
just
popped
randomly
out.
pop out.
And then I was trying to be funny playing cornerback. Boom! I try to check somebody. I try to jam him. Popped out. So he's all like, he's all like, you got to make a decision. You're either going to get surgery and not play this season, or you're going to play like that. I'm like, I'm playing like this.
that.
Yeah, I'll just get surgery in December. And so he invented like a double belt, like a belt tied to my arm and to my ribs or chest, so I wouldn't raise my arm as much.
Oh, okay. So just keep it like that.
Just keep it like, it still popped out fucking shit. It didn't work. It didn't work.
It didn't work.
In some games, because the game just got intense. It didn't work, but it kind of worked. So that season, I did okay. I did good. I mean, I did a lot better than much players, but still, I wasn't at 100%.
Yeah.
I wasted that season, but I don't know. I don't regret it at all.
Yeah.
We lost semifinal against Monterrey.
Oh, okay. And then
That was my third year.
How many you played? What?
You
5
play
years?
5 years down
Like
here in
5 years.
college.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, yeah. And now it's even more. In Conadep, you play 7, and on EFA, you play 5, or depending on
That's
your
true.
age.
That's true.
And then I got surgery that December, and after that, I was real good at receiver. My junior and senior season, you could say.
You're just killing
I
it.
was just killing it. Yeah, I was back at my speed.
Yeah.
I did real well. I went to the Mexican team both years.
What was that like, dog? Like, that was one thing I want to ask you. Like, they hit you up. It's like, hey.
Well, they invite you. I mean, since it's a big league, it's like Mexican NCAA. So
Yeah.
stats are everywhere.
Like how
Stats, TV. I mean, everywhere. So
people don't understand that. People think it's just like, oh, it's like, all right, Mexican college football, whatever it is. But no, it's
it's real big.
NCAA.
Down there,
Yeah,
it's real
huge.
big.
It's
Down
huge.
there, it's huge. Yeah.
Yeah, Monterrey, the whole Mexico City area, anything more south is like football's huge.
All the center of Mexico,
Yeah.
like the center part of the Mexican country.
But you freaking got to play on the Mexican national team. Like, how did that? Must have felt like amazing. I don't know. If
Well,
that,
every
like,
year there's a bowl, like the Mexican national team against the Division III All-Star team from
Yeah.
the NCAA. So just the best players from the league just go there. Just everybody knows about the best players in the league. Obviously, the champ of the national championship, whoever wins the national championship is the one that takes the national team.
Okay.
So he's the one
The coach.
the staff. He's all like, so he calls up the other coaches. Hey, what players you got? Like,
Yeah.
who's your best players? So like this fool. So all the teams send their players. Obviously, there's players you already know about. You're already selecting without asking. So you just go and play that bowl. 2008, I think we lost. 2009, we won.
What was that experience like? Like just meeting all these new people.
Meeting new people, that's real cool,
That's
man.
the best,
That's
dude.
real cool. That's one of the best things you could experience.
I
Like,
tell people even that about flag football, like, or just like this is the relationships you make, the friendships you make, like it's crazy. It's crazy.
yeah, it is. That's football, man. It's relationships.
Yep.
It's friendship.
Like thinking most of your friends, like most of them are from. I assume most of them are from sports, playing football.
Indeed,
Yeah.
indeed. Most of them are from sports. All of them, I think. And well, you get to meet people from all over the country, and that's real cool because like Now you can go to Mexico City, Toluca, Puebla,
And
Chihuahua.
need somewhere to crash.
And you got at least you got
homies.
some, yeah, at least you got a sofa to crash at.
Yep, exactly.
That's real cool, man. And like same thing here. They ask you, hey, I'm going to Tijuana. What's up? Can you hook it up with the sofa?
Come
Like,
through.
of course, man. And I mean, that's a real good experience. After that, my senior season, finally, after losing 2 national championships, I won my last year.
How did that feel? Did I just finally get that?
It felt great, man. It felt real good. It felt real good because it actually felt like we worked real hard those
You
4
earned
years
it.
before.
You earned it all that time.
Those 4 years before, because my rookie year we got to the national championship with me as quarterback. Remember my rookie year I was at
That's
quarterback,
crazy.
and somehow we got there, and we lost. But then the second year we didn't even make it to playoffs. The third year we lost semifinal. My fourth year I was again at the national championship. Now as a receiver,
Okay.
I had a real good game. That's my
Who'd you
favorite
play
game
against
Tec de Monterrey.
Okay.
That's my favorite game in life because I scored. I had a lot of catches, and I don't know. We were just dominating the whole game until the end. We just had some mistakes. Like that's football, you know.
That's football.
Mistakes that'll kill you. But that's one of my favorite games in life, even though we lost.
Your fourth year,
My
play
fourth year.
receivers.
And then my fifth year, we lost. We won the national championship against Puma. We were undefeated that year.
Yeah.
We just had that team going since we were the same generation from 2005 all the way 2009.
Family.
We just had that chemistry, that speed, that tempo, that strategy, everything. So eventually, national championship, undefeated my last year, and then retired.
And you were freaking like I assume you were like a celebrity at this point, huh? I mean, for all.
I mean, in
Intents and purposes,
the
yeah.
football community,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
kind of. I mean, you're not a celebrity like the actors
Yeah,
or
yeah.
the soccer players.
But like.
But in the
everybody
football
knows
community,
you.
yeah, everybody knows you. Everybody knows you. They always say, "Hey, what's up?" Like, okay, or
Like
your,
even
or
now,
your nicknames.
Even when I travel around, it's like, oh, you know Fuzzy. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I know what's up.
Yeah, yeah,
So
and-
everybody
and-
asks about you.
And that's all because of those Mexican teams. You get to know people, you know, just all over the country. You just know
Connections.
people.
Especially your personality. You're outgoing. You're down to talk to people. You don't care. So it's like, yeah, it lends more to that.
Indeed. I mean, I'm real cocky, arrogant, but I talk.
You back it up.
I talk sense. I back it up. A lot of people like to talk about me about football.
Yep.
So I mean, it's cool. And then retired after that. I mean, I didn't think I was gonna play again. And you know, this one friend always said that there was gonna be another world championship at some time, because they had one in 2003, but in 2007 for some reason Mexico didn't go. And then all of a sudden 2011 comes up. We're just chilling. We're not even doing anything. We're just playing flag football like if we were like right now.
Junior homies there,
Everybody, we were already out of college and stuff like.
but you're still living in Monterey.
Yeah. And he's like, world championship is coming up. I'm like, whoa. And one of my friends was like, he's one of the best cornerbacks that's been in Mexico. So the staff that's going to take the world championship team called him up like, hey, you got players in Monterey. Who do you think is good enough to play this thing? And he called me up, hey, you're down to go? I'm like, of course
Hell
I am.
yeah.
Of course I am. So the pre-roster comes out and I'm on it. I'm like, oh, heck yeah. So we got to go to practice in December in Mexico City for like 2 weeks.
Freaking compete and
Just
get your spot.
compete. Yeah, get your spot.
How was that? Was
'Cause-
that hard, or did you feel like you did pretty easily?
No, it was hard.
Yeah.
There's good players in
Yeah.
Pumas. I mean, I didn't actually know there was good players in Pumas until I got to meet them. Until I got to meet their facilities, their
Yeah.
stadium, all their stuff. I'm like, damn, these guys are good, man. And then I went back to watch that game against them, and we won because they had mistakes.
Yeah.
We took advantage of those mistakes, and that was kind of a. So I didn't know they were that good, and I mean, so yeah, it was hard because there was also other people from other teams
Yeah.
trying to get that receiver spot.
And it's the best of the best.
And moving from spot number 3 at receiver, because we play spread offense, so
Okay.
there's 4 starting
yeah.
wide receivers. I'm always on the right side. So starting from number 3, got up to number 2, got up to number 1, and I was starting, and then all of a sudden I got hurt.
Ah, damn.
I got a, what do you call it, hamstring,
Okay.
another one. And well, I got back to number 2, and they gave me a lot of games still. I mean, I did real good too. I mean, I played against some real good players over there. But it was fun, man. It was hard to get on the team because a lot of good people got cut from the team.
Yeah, dude, I
a
can
lot of
imagine.
good people got. I didn't think some people were gonna get cut, and they did. I'm like, whoa, imagine me, because I don't know. I've always kind of how do you say it? Underestimated myself.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's always been one of my like good things, Because since I always underestimate myself, because I'm not big, I'm not buff or anything, I gotta work double hard. You know, I gotta work. I gotta work harder than everybody.
And
I always underestimate.
humility.
Like this number 42 is hella good, man.
Yeah.
I gotta work hard. So I study him. I watch video, blah blah blah, and then when I get to the game, it's much easier.
Yeah.
Than I actually thought.
Because you work that much harder, and you have the ability.
I guess, man.
That's crazy.
Same thing at coaching, man. I'm always worried about some teams that I shouldn't even be worried about. But I don't take any team. I don't take any team for granted. You know, I don't take any team for granted. Because playing in that college league, I got beat by the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
I was ranked number 2 in the nation. They were ranked like number 18. And they beat us.
You guys off.
And they beat us 16-12 on a last minute
Hail
post
Mary.
or
Somebody
streak.
stupid.
The safety was never there. That was the season that I got hurt. I wasn't even playing.
Oh, okay.
But it still is my team,
Yeah.
you know. I still take the loss. So I don't take any team for granted anymore.
You always say that too. Like I said, the people who don't know who haven't played under you as a coach or just played with you like serious football. It's like like you always say, never underestimate any opponent. Humility is huge.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that stems like you just said, like you always underestimate yourself. Like you never thought yourself better. Like I gotta work that much harder to get better.
Yeah, that's always one of my strongs, I guess.
So you all right. So you make the cut, the final cut for the national team for the world tournament, whatever the hell it was. And where'd you guys play at?
Austria.
Yeah. What
That's-
was that
that's-
like? Though? What was
that's-
that whole tournament experience like, and meeting everyone and all that?
Well, it was real badass. As soon as they told you were going to Austria, I mean, as a Mexican, you're like, whoa. I never thought I was gonna go to Europe. But they tell you you're going to Austria. I'm like, heck yeah. I mean, so first we land in Germany, so you get to know a little bit about Germany,
That's dope.
and then we travel to Innsbruck. Innsbruck is in Austria.
Okay.
It's a little city. It's not that big. And it's real nice, man. It's hella nice. People
Really?
are real nice. People are real nice
Super
about
friendly?
Mexicans. Super friendly, like welcoming all the Mexicans. And well, you get to practice over there. And our mentality was go out there and win. So we stopped drinking. People stopped smoking. People
Damn.
stopped doing drugs. So I mean, we took
Take it
this seriously for
About
the
to represent Mexico.
because we actually we thought we had a shot.
Yeah.
And well, you get there in this practice and you get to the first game and it's Germany.
Some big dudes or what?
Some big dudes. The safety was hella big. The safety batted me a little hitch and go, a little fake screen
Yeah.
streak, and he batted it down because he was way bigger than me.
You're like, oh damn, this fools are real.
And Germany hated Mexico because in 2003 in that World Championship, Mexico beat them in the semifinals. So they already had like a little rivalry.
Yeah.
So it was an intense game. We beat them. I think it was 21-16, something like that. I mean, I scored on a slant, a little 4 or 5 little slant,
Just
4
milked
yards
it.
little slant, 4 or 5 little yard slant. He just scored it back. We were wide open. I just boom, boom.
Yeah.
Then another pass, they batted down. That tournament, since I was kind of hurt, I couldn't go on the streaks.
Oh, okay,
I couldn't
okay.
go long.
So you're just the short.
So my mentality was I'm a hella block. I'm a hella chop people. So I was just chopping everybody, especially against the U.S. because they were huge and from SMU, and West
Yeah.
Virginia, and all those.
So I'm just taking out legs. Taking out everyone's legs.
Yeah.
And then how'd you guys do in that tournament?
We got third place because we beat Germany, we beat Australia, and then we lost against the U.S. I think it was 17-10.
Yeah.
We had them like it was 10-10, I think, or 7-10. Yeah, it was 7-10. We were losing. We had just scored, so we were all pumped up
Yeah.
after halftime because the coach gave us a good speech. Actually, like, hey, what's up? I mean, we got the best players in Mexico here. Play, you guys gotta play. So we actually scored on that drive. And it was a defensive battle, and we scored. And one of the last drives we had to stop, and we didn't stop.
And that was it.
That was it, cause from there it was 17-7, or somehow we got to 10 points, cause the final score was 17-10, but it was too late. So yeah, we lost, and then we played the bronze game against Japan.
Okay.
And I think the coaches and everybody got overconfident. everybody just got overconfident
Have you guys?
because our mentality was go over there and beat the U.S.
Yeah.
So after that game, even the coach told us like, you guys can have your beer, you guys
Yeah,
can
it's
go
like
out for a
whatever,
while,
yeah.
whatever. I mean, so we were having our beer and stuff. All this time I wasn't smoking. I was just playing poker.
Okay.
I was into poker.
He said you were killing it.
Yeah. So we got overconfident against Japan. Formation changed. I don't know, from playing spread, we went to the I formation and changed
Middle
all
of the tournament? Or at the end of the tournament?
against Japan. And
Uh-huh.
I mean, we had it as a backup strategy, obviously, but now it turned out to be the starting strategy.
Huh.
And then they changed offensive linemen. They changed receivers. And Japanese people are good, man. They don't give up.
That'd be good too.
They don't give up. They're real disciplined, man.
Yeah.
Real hella discipline, because you used to beat them at blocking and they used to get up and run to the ball and not give up. I'm like, hey,
Like,
like,
say, yeah.
like, hey, I'm beating you.
Yeah.
Stay down. But no, man, I guess that Japanese karate stuff is
Damn.
real good
Just kept
discipline.
going.
They just kept going. And wow, man, I've never felt so bad in that in a football game, I guess, because I dropped like one of the last passes to get a couple more yards for that winning or that tying field goal. I dropped like a 10-yard little comeback because I was trying to win a little bit more yards scooting back, and I just dropped it, you know. And the coach told me like I never thought it would come from you.
Yeah.
So I felt real bad right there. I'm like, oh damn, they've never told that shit to me. Like, damn, because I don't drop that many passes, thank
Nah.
God. I mean, and then the field goal was blocked. Since it was a 58-yard field goal,
Oh, God.
he had to kind of like streak it.
Yeah.
So it
So
was
slow.
blocked. So that was the end of the game. We got fourth place. We still got a little medal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
the
still a
experience,
hell of an
dog.
experience.
That's nuts, dude.
Then after that, I come down to TJ.
Oh, we got time. All right, so you finished the tournament and then you just like, hey, I'm moving back to Tijuana, or how that go?
I stayed one more semester because we got back to Monterrey in July, and I came
Okay.
to Tijuana in December. But yeah, I was not doing much over there, so I'm like, I'm just go to San Diego and start working, you know.
And then you came back. And
I
then
came back
what were you
and-
doing?
Orozco, remember Orozco? I don't think Omar Orozco. He played at YSA. If you see him, you're gonna know him.
Okay.
But he told me, hey, well, you want to coach? I'm playing at YSA. I'm like, yeah, I'm down. I mean,
Oh yeah, I know exactly what it was.
I'm
And
down.
you guys were homies from before? or-
yeah,
Okay,
we
okay.
played as little kids here in
Okay,
Tijuana
gotcha.
with Guerreros and Águilas. I played
Gotcha.
here as a little kid too. And he's all like, yeah, I'm down. I mean, back then I was young. I didn't care about money, I guess. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I mean, just pay me some tacos and I'm
Yeah.
down, whatever. And that's where I met Mani. I had always kind of known Mani because Mani coached my brother back in '97 in Toros,
Oh,
which is
okay.
Jaguares right now.
Oh damn! I go way back.
Yeah, so I had always kind of known him from sight, but not like talked to him.
Yeah.
So right away he said like, go ahead, take the offense.
Yeah.
Like you probably know a lot more than me.
Yeah.
So right away I got to, and that had always been one of my plans or one of my small dreams, like to come to Tijuana and teach them that spread offense. Cause down here it's always been wing T,
Yeah. We
double wing,
Yeah.
I formation, just run. I'm like, dang, if we can get a quarterback that can throw over
Yep.
there and just put that spread formation, you're gonna tear it up down there.
And that's literally what you did.
And that's, well, I had real good players. I mean, we had good receivers,
Yeah, it was
good
cool. Like,
linemen.
I felt like everything came together like at a
Mhm.
good time. Like right. Yeah.
Mani recruited good players on defense. He called up some good players that were still studying and stuff. And it turned out to be a good team. I mean,
Yeah, that was a hell of a team. It was
and
that was a
then
good
and
time.
I was coaching, and then all of a sudden I was playing.
How did that work? They just like, hey, you're still eligible, or
Well, supposedly, if you finish your eligibility in ONEFA, you can't play in CONADEP.
okay.
But Mani said, let's just try it. I mean,
See,
let's just
screw it.
call him up. And we sent a card or a letter. Like, hey, we have this one player that played over there in ONEFA his 5 years, but he still has the age over here, and he's studying. He played down here as a little kid and stuff. And so the president of the league, he's all like, okay,
Screw it.
just no. He's all like, if your OEFA group from over there in Baja
Yeah, prove it.
doesn't say anything about it, go ahead. So we talked to the league down here, and they didn't have a problem with it. They're all like, everybody decided like, okay, I mean, as long as we have the same opportunity as us having a player that played down there, it's okay. So the new rule was everybody can have one or two players that played 5 years down there, as long as they played OEFA down here as little kids.
Oh, okay.
and they're still studying and still have the
Damn,
edge.
so they
obviously.
freaking change the whole rule book for you.
Kind of. A lot of people say that, like, I'm the cachirul of the Conalep.
Yeah.
Because the rule was I couldn't play.
Yeah.
Because some other buddies from Tigres, when they finished their eligibility in Tigres, they wanted to play in Monterrey.
Like, nah.
But UDLA said, no,
Damn.
you can't, no, that can't happen. And I just broke the rule, I guess. I always say it's Tijuana. There is no rules.
Yeah. You make your own
Tijuana
rules.
is way stronger than any city, I think. So there is no rules down here. So I just, from being a coach, I just started being a player coach.
Yeah, exactly what it was.
And I had great receivers. I mean, I had you, Armando. I had Tarzan.
Stupid
I had
athlete.
Memo. I had Chema. I had
Freaking
Cholo. I had Adrian. I had Kike. I had good linemen. The defense was hella
The
solid.
defense killed it, dude.
Defense was solid. We had Kike at corner. Graullera. I mean, who do we have? David.
Yeah, it was a
Gona,
solid, yeah,
Mizio.
it was
It was a real good team.
dog.
I mean,
It was a solid team.
all those players can play at the same level that I played. I mean, if they would dedicate their life like I did, they'd be the same thing as I was. I mean, I've always looked up to them. You, all those people. A lot of people think that I didn't learn from them. Well, I learned a lot from you guys because it's a different ball game over here. So I had to adapt to the ball game down here. I don't know your language, your signs, whatever.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot from people down here. Also, I just mixed it all together. San Diego, Tijuana,
Yeah,
Monterey.
it worked somehow, dude.
I just mixed it all together because I've never been. How do you say it? I like taking information from anybody.
Yeah.
Even if they're the worst coach in history, you can learn a lot from that. You can learn, anything.
It's true, dog. You can learn some of the most
'Cause
important things in your life from like the word. Just from straight
I've had
hobos,
coaches
whatever it is.
that wanted to come to coach with me. I'm like, yeah, welcome aboard, because you can learn from anybody. I mean, you can learn from the dumbest person on earth.
Yep.
You never know, So I've never been closed about it. I've always been open to receiving information from anybody, I guess.
That's huge. That's something that no one would ever imagine you saying. But that's a great attitude to have, dog. Not many people have that. Everybody wants to be set like the way I know, the way I do things is the right way. Like you can't teach me anything new.
Like,
I mean, that's huge for you to say that.
Like in flag football, like that 5-man flag football, that's
It's
weird for me.
It's a whole different thing.
That was weird for me because I've played flag football my whole life, but it was 7-on-7
Yeah.
my whole life since I was a little kid at Castle Park Elementary. We played, I think it was 8-on-8
Yeah.
with the YMCA or some stuff like that.
And it's closer to like normal football.
Uh-huh.
for the
So
most
then
part.
you get to 5 and the field is way smaller, and I don't know. Like I said, I receive information from anybody. So in those tournaments, I just let Chore or Jabo or Babas or anybody,
Yeah.
they make the plays.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm going to do this. You just throw it there. I'm like,
All right,
okay.
fair enough.
I mean, I make a couple of plays,
Yeah.
but it took me about a year to learn them in
Yeah.
that style of flag football, I guess.
Damn, that's crazy. All right, so you come back, we freaking win that championship. We go to SEM, get beat. I mean, it was a great season, great experience all around.
Well, we were champs here in Baja.
Yeah, man.
Undefeated champs here in Baja, and we
Nobody knew what to do with that offense,
and we
dude.
beat exactly.
Nobody knew what to do.
No huddle. And then we were audibling the plays and stuff. It was hard to stop because they were new at it. Everybody was playing 4-4 cover 3.
Yeah.
So
Oh, God.
you can't play spread.
Hate
You
that.
can't play
Hate that
4-4 cover 3
defense.
against spread football. And we beat Santa Fe. That was
That was
a real
crazy,
good
dog.
game. That was crazy because I already knew about Santa Fe,
Yeah.
and I looked at them as a tech.
Yeah.
Because damn, Tec de Monterrey's coming down to TJ.
Yeah.
They have a much more program than
Yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah.
Because said we didn't have much of a program. It's not like it is right now. It was just high school ball.
Yeah.
We just got there and practiced
All
2
right, let's do
hours and
this.
let's go.
Yep.
We didn't even have lockers or anything. That was crazy.
No weight room or anything.
And then Santa Fe, I mean, we just believed in us. Because at the beginning, we were kind of losing and people were starting to not believe.
Yeah, it's like, oh, whatever. This,
But the defense stopped, and then Chema had a big play.
Yep.
Thank God, because I just threw like a 10-yard hook, and he just converted it into a 60-yard hook. So people just started believing, and we won.
that was crazy, dude.
And then we got sent to Mexico City.
That was fun, dude. I had never been to Mexico before like that.
And you've been there a lot now.
Yeah, I
couple
know.
of
I
times
know,
now.
a few times a year.
Yeah, it's a real good city. I love that city.
Let's see what time it is. All right. Let's get to that towards the end of this. We gotta head out. But all right. So you have all that career. Are you freaking? What are you doing right now? Are you work coaching? The
I
girls?
was coaching at Southwest High School, and then I quit. I don't know. I just quit because I wanted to take care of the girls.
Okay.
I wanted to get serious with the 9-on-9 flag girls team, even though, like you said, I don't have to or there's no reason to be there. I guess I'm just friendly.
Yeah.
And plus, I had a good job in San Diego,
Yeah.
so I mean that was like my hobby.
Yeah.
That was my hobby because coaching is my hobby right now.
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing, just coaching and working in San Diego. And then my company got shut down. And then there's a new professional league in Mexico. Well, and they just called me up. Do you want to still keep on playing? I'm like, yes, sir. So I'm headed to Monterrey.
That's crazy, dude. Who contacted you or how'd that go? Was
Well,
it just super random or had you already been in talks?
I saw all my friends are playing that league
Yeah,
in Mexico,
yeah.
in Monterrey, in Saltillo. So obviously I told my friend Adrian, I told him, hey, what's up? Like,
Okay.
what do I need to get over there?
Yeah.
He's all like, nothing, just come and live down here. They'll take you right away. I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, man. And I couldn't because I was working. And
Yeah.
since that was like one of the first times I had a real good job, because
Like, I can't listen.
I've always been coaching in football.
Yeah.
So thank God, I've always had that privilege to not work till I was real old, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, I need to get down there somehow. And I was already thinking about quitting my job, but the company got shut down and I'm headed down there. He just told me to come down there. I called up the coaches and the president of the league. I'm like, yeah, I want to go play down there. What do I need? And they sent me a letter of intent and they told me we got to try out.
Cool.
I kind of tried out. They sent somebody over here and I did a little
Like a little personal workout?
combine, a little personal combine.
Man,
yeah.
that's crazy.
And well, yeah, they took me because a lot of my friends are playing where I'm gonna play, and they like playing with me. We had that chemistry that's gonna make us good, I guess.
Yeah, that's dope, dude. Are you free? You went out for a year, no, to Spain, right? To Valencia?
Yeah, I played in Valencia, Spain. Yeah.
I forgot to even touch that. What was that experience like? Real
No,
quick?
that was a real good experience.
Yeah.
Spain is a real nice city. I mean, a real nice country. It's real good, and football is big big over there. I didn't think it was gonna be that big. I'm like, I always thought it was gonna be like that Masters League in Mexico City.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, whatever. I'm still down to play football, you know.
Yep.
But I get down there and there's press about it. There's TV. There's newspaper. They take it seriously. They pay you. They give you an apartment. They give you a car, a phone.
Yeah.
It's real nice, and the city is wow. It's real beautiful. People are real nice in Valencia. They other players from Madrid and Barcelona tell me that they're not as nice over there.
Oh, really?
But in Valencia, since it's a small city, I guess people are kinder. I guess it's more of a town. I
That's
guess.
dope.
And that team was coming up from second division.
Oh, okay,
The
okay.
Giants. They're called Giants from Valencia. And another friend that played with me in Tigres also joined up
Oh, nice.
because the head coach played in Toluca, and we knew about him. He knew about us
Oh,
because
he was the
he's
head
older.
coach
He was
from
head coach in
Valencia.
Spain.
Oh, okay.
So he called us up like, "Hey, you guys want to play?"
Hell yeah.
Yep. And there was good players again over there, but the system was way past due, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Then
Super
again,
nine-wing tee.
I took
Spread?
my system, the spread, the Tigres, the Wabasés system, no huddle, even more basic than here, just like 10 plays. And we just
Killed it.
carved it up over there. We just killed it over there, and we got to the semifinal. And the team was coming up from second division. It was the first
crazy.
time in the elite division,
Yeah.
they call it. And we got to the semifinal, first time in history, and they haven't been back there. They
Damn.
got to the quarterfinals, I think, 2 seasons ago, but they haven't been to the semifinal.
And you were just there for a year, right? A season?
Yeah, just one season, 8 months.
You're
8
just
months.
like, I want to come back, or
I came back to Mexico and I got a job in San Diego. I started
Yeah.
working. I started coaching at Caguares with the girls, and I just started liking here
you're like,
again.
I'm cool here.
Yeah, I'm cool. I was cool.
You know, a lot of people, you got a bunch of friends who play overseas. I got homies that play overseas, and a bunch of people hate on that, like, oh, you're not making freaking millions of dollars, stuff like that. But I tell them, like, dude, like these people are getting paid to play ball, or you get your living expenses taken care of, or whatever. Like, even the little things, like, you're playing football and getting taken care of. Like, that's all you need. I mean, really, if you really love the game, then what else do you want,
Exactly,
dude?
and they give you clothes. They even give you clothes, so you don't worry about clothes either. But I mean, you're not making millions here either.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
So-
like you said, like,
I mean,
you have to take those opportunities.
I've always told the kids that from high school that go to Monterey or other cities to college, I'm like, just go over there for a year. If you don't like it, you
Come
come
back,
right
yeah.
back.
I mean, I have 40 years to work.
Exactly. That's why I'm taking this opportunity to Monterey, because they told me, my dad tells me, well, you gotta work, you gotta start your future, blah blah blah, whatever. I'm like, man, I'm gonna work for the rest of my life. There's 40 years of work left. I'm gonna go take my 3 years left of football.
Damn, that's something we need to talk about. Like, has your family been pretty supportive through all your football endeavors and all your life?
Yes, they've been there all my life.
That's
My dad,
huge.
my dad recorded every single game when I was in Pop Warner and all that. Every single game, he just had a big ass camera.
And they'd always go to your games here, right?
Here, no. I mean, they got over it like in college because since I
okay.
was in Monterey,
Yeah.
they only went to the national championships. But then I got to Wabasé and they went to the finals. But I mean, I've never invited them. I've never been so much about inviting people. I mean, I just play ball.
We feel like that's been huge, like that family support.
Yeah, of
like,
course.
Even if they
Of
weren't
course,
there, just
of course,
having that around
because somehow they had to get me to practice. I come after school because we used to practice in Playas at 6 in the afternoon. And I used to cross the border to TJ like at 4:30 because we used to get out of school like at 3 and stuff. So somebody had to take me to practice.
Yeah.
So either my mom had to get out of work early or my brother had to make it somehow to pick me up and take me over there.
And they'd always do it.
Somebody would always do it. So supportive they've always been.
And you guys always been pretty close, like your family,
Yeah,
brothers,
yeah.
sisters. all
Yeah,
that.
they've always been supportive and real close. Because we're all football players. My oldest brother played at Christian High School.
Yeah.
And then my next brother played at Marion Catholic High School. And then they were both CIF champs.
That's crazy.
I wasn't CIF champ at Castle Park. But I always tell them because Castle Park plays in a much bigger division. I mean, we had to play Monte Vista and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Oh,
They
gosh.
played against Brawley and I don't know, Horizon and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Let's see. Yeah, last couple questions, dude. To freaking wrap this up, you freaking got to go to the airport tonight. Your niece. You seem like you really love your niece, right? Like that's just.
Yeah. I really love my niece.
I was thinking about that because I usually when I wrap these up, I usually ask people like a question like regarding their kids. But I feel like the niece, like if someone like you think you had to really take care of, like.
Well, yeah, because, I don't know, well, my sister economically is not a millionaire, like we said. So
Yeah.
we all help each other. So we're all helping her. My mom, my dad, my brothers, we all help
cool.
my niece because she lives here in this house. My sister doesn't. She lives with her boyfriend.
That's cool. Dude.
So, yeah, and since I'm old and don't have a kid, I guess that's kind of my daughter.
yeah, that's your daughter figure, whatever you want to call
Daughter
it.
figure, yeah.
So I'll ask you this, dude. Like, what's like you've had freaking, like I said, we don't have enough time to talk about everything. We had to like speed through this, but like out of all the experiences you've had in life, all the knowledge, like you said, you're always willing to learn from different people. It doesn't matter who it is. Like, if you were to die tonight, like, what are some like a couple lessons or a couple words of wisdom, relationship, financially, life, just anything that you'd like to share with her? Like, if she wouldn't hear anything else from you, like just a couple things you want her to know, like just for her life growing up.
Always follow your heart. Always follow what you like. Even if people say that you can't or it's not good for you, if you like it, just go with it, you know. Work hard for it. And that's one of the things that I do. Like if I like a girl or a city that I want to live in, I just go. I just have that gut feeling.
Yeah.
I always tell people, go with your gut feeling. Go with your gut feeling. Don't think about it so much. I guess that's it. Work hard. Always be good. I mean, karma is there. Karma is present, so always be good, you know. I've always, I mean, in the football field, I'm real arrogant.
Yeah.
I mean, I talk
Obviously.
trash and all that. But that's one of, like I said, that's one of my strategies to get into people's heads.
Yeah, it's part of the game. It's part of the game.
Part of the game. But outside the field, I mean,
You're the coolest dude.
a lot of people say that. Whoa, you're much different outside of the
Like,
football
oh yeah, I
field.
don't care at this point.
Cause I don't know. Thank God, I have a good education because of my parents and stuff. So, just be kind to people. Just be good. I don't know.
Don't be a douchebag.
Don't be a douchebag like me, I guess. Just work hard, you know. Go to school, work hard at it, whatever you do.
I like that you said about just following what you like, following your passion, dude. Like you
Follow
said,
your
dog,
passion.
life is so short. You never know what's gonna happen. So it's like you don't want to waste all the time just doing something that you're not enjoying. There's nothing wrong with freaking working any job, any position you have. But I mean, if you want to do something else, then I mean, do it. Man.
Do it.
Life's too
Don't-
short to
exactly.
have any of those regrets.
Exactly. Don't hold back on it because procrastination kills.
Heck yeah.
Procrastination
You get
kills.
stuck
Like
in a
if,
rut.
if you
and
wait,
it's like,
you wait on something that's not gonna be there later.
Yeah, that's wise words. All right, finish up with that. Thank you, sir.
Romando.
Ejemplos Nuevo León en toda la nación. Su magia es el trabajo y la dedicación. Unida nuestra nuestra gente un gran estado construyó, con un sueño en la mente, ser siempre el mejor. Miremos al fútbol, es fuerza y condición, ejemplo a nuestros hijos de la superación. Estalla el volcán, anota ese gol, se tigre de corazón. ¡Tigre de corazón! Nuestro equipo es ganador, con la garra de los tigres.
I laughed, I cried, I got semi-wrecked. But before we get into that, I guess I should finish wrapping up Fuzzy's episode. For those of you guys who don't know him, I mean, I hope you got a good insight into just what his mind really is, dude. His heart, his passion. You could just tell, you could just feel the love of football and the whole sport just vibrating off of him. And it's just amazing, dude. It's so intoxicating just being around him, playing with him, being coached by him. All that's just like a crazy experience that I've had the pleasure of having in my life. And I really appreciate that, just getting to know him, dude. And for those of you guys who do know him, I hope this lets you see a different side of him. I mean, the Fuzzy that I know is this Fuzzy. A lot of people just see the douchebag on the football field, the arrogant quarterback, trash talker, just all around character that you see they see him in public or in competition. But that's not the Fuzzy I wanted you guys to see today. I want you guys to see the real heart behind him, and hopefully we have to do that. It's, like I said, it was just a little take on it. We did mostly football, so I mean, maybe next time we link up, we could talk about just his views on life and his opinions and just how he's grown an adult through all these experiences that he's had overseas, across the country, across the world. You know, the thing that even surprised me the most was just how freaking articulate he is in his speech, or how well spoken he was. Like, not only could he do that in the perfect English that we spoke in this podcast, but I assume he could do the same exact thing with the same amount of professionalism in Spanish. I'm always jealous of people who speak Spanish that well or speak multiple languages that well. So tune into your TVs. You'll see Fuzzy out there soon in the Mexican Pro Leagues. I wish him the best of luck, and I know he's gonna kill it. And I really just like what he said at the end, dude. About following what you like, following your heart, following your passion. It's just I feel it's so cliche, but like the saying goes, I mean, it's cliche for a reason. I feel like a lot of people get held back by the things that they feel that they need to do rather than the things they want to do, and life is just too short for that, dude. You gotta carpe diem, the heck out of every diem. So I hope that's really something everyone can take to heart and really just integrate that into their lives. Now onto the real subject of this podcast, The Great Showman. It was dope. Don't judge me for liking a musical, especially with Hugh Jackman. All-star cast, great songs. I've been bumming in the car, or Rosella has, so it's kind of like gives me an excuse to listen to them. It appealed to my loving side, appealed to my entrepreneur side, to my dancing and partying and drinking whiskey side. Were people just drunk all the time? Because apparently in this movie, everyone has a flask on them. Everyone's always drinking every scene. And I don't know, was flask life in the 50s or 40s, whenever the heck this was supposed to be set in? What was also in here? Racism, riding elephants. Yeah. So go and watch this, please. Don't worry if anyone judges you. You're going to be better for them after it. All right. Love you guys, and this is Armando checking out from the Ronald McDonald Cancer House. I don't know what it's called.
Por la Panamericana, bienvenida a la aduana, bienvenida a mi suerte, a mí me gusta al verte. I wanna go to San Diego, I wanna go y no puedo. Bienvenida a Tijuana, bienvenida a La Juana. Calavera no llora, serenata de amor. Calavera no llora, no tiene corazón. Bienvenida mamacita, I'm en ruta Babilón. Bienvenida a La Juana, tequila, sexo,